Hello, I'm Reverend Mike, and I'm here to answer your questions about religion. Today's topic, are they lying to you? The answer is possibly. Now, you probably clicked on this video wondering if this is a conspiracy video or what have you. At times, lies seem to fall all around us like raindrops in a thunderstorm, and this seems to happen in all areas of life. Religious people and conservatives are accused of lying. Atheists and liberals are accused of lying. People all over the media and the internet are accused of lots and lots of lying. Now, let me take a little moment aside. You may be surprised to hear me say that most people are not lying. Oftentimes, they're telling something that is not factual. There is a small but distinct difference. What if I told you my name is George Washington, founder of our nation, and I have traveled through time to see how our country is coming along? Granted, no one is likely to believe me, but say that you did believe me, and you introduced me to your friends and family as George Washington. You would be telling the truth, at least the truth as you know it. You would pass every truth test, foil every lie detector. Not even body language experts could find any trace of untruth. It is a shame that this distinction is lost on our society. Just because someone speaks what they believe is the truth does not mean what they're saying is factual. Not everyone who says something wrong is lying to you. Not every person who says they are going to do something and fails was lying to you. They may have had the greatest of intentions and just were not able to succeed. If I tell you that I'm going to meet you in an hour at a restaurant and a meteor crashes into my car and obliterates it, and I'm not able to get to the restaurant in an hour, you know what? I wasn't lying. Life happens. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't liars out there. There obviously are. Absolutely everything you see on YouTube and Facebook should be treated with mistrust, especially if it's political. You have to check it out for yourself, and that includes my videos too. Every translation I make from the Bible can be checked out by you using a good concordance. Now, in this case, this is a video about my opinion, so hopefully you'll believe me, but you don't have to. I'm just trying to impart what I believe is some common sense that isn't all that common. Research every important topic yourself on different websites and sources, even if you disagree with the conclusions. See where they got their ideas from to see what is fact and what isn't. And for the love of God, don't just use YouTube and Facebook to try to confirm the bias that is in the video or post that you saw previously. If it is a medical issue, look at non-political sites like web pages where medical papers are published. These are peer-reviewed, and anything political is flushed out very quickly. Trust me, people do not usually dedicate their lives to science to be swayed by politics. If any person or website repeatedly gets things wrong, especially if they're predicting some event, then stop going to that site. It amazes me that there are still so many followers of QAnon when absolutely every single one of their predictions has not come true. I've actually done a video on this. I did the research, and not on YouTube. I actually looked it up. Not on pro-QAnon sites, not on anti-QAnon sites, but both. Some QAnon followers have spent the entire month of November 2021 in Dallas convinced that either JFK or JFK Jr. had faked their death and were going to reappear to reestablish Trump as president. It took the entire month to just begin to shake the faith on something that was clearly not going to happen. If they had looked into what our laws actually state instead of blindly believing some conspiracy, they would know that our election laws don't work that way. Once the Electoral College has determined the winner of an election, it's over. When Biden took the oath of office, he's president. You may not like him, you may love him, but the fact that he is president cannot be changed, cannot be altered, except by death, severe illness, or impeachment. Whining about Trump losing the election only hurts the country. If you don't like it, then do something constructive. Work to change the laws. Work to try to remove the Electoral College from our electoral process. Now, if you don't know what the Electoral College is, then you don't know how the U.S. election system works, and I suggest that you look it up, because it is a very important aspect of the way our elections work. Other subjects that are important to you, you really should look into as well. Just about every conspiracy surrounding the pandemic is wrong. That being said, most of the lies that seem to shower us in our everyday lives are actually half-truths. People like to put a spin on facts to help support their agenda. Sometimes they exaggerate to fulfill these agendas. I'll let you in on a little secret. You can often tell why someone might lie based on their background and agendas. I'll give you a few examples. Racists and bigots will tell you that a particular group is getting special treatment to try to turn you against them. For example, illegal immigrants will come to America and live off welfare and unemployment. I hate to break it to them, but you have to have a U.S. birth certificate or the legal right to work in the U.S. to get these benefits in every state that I've researched. What they are telling you is a lie so that you support their racist attempts to get rid of immigrants. They won't tell you this because you'd be less likely to vote against immigrants here to work for a better life. They are trying to support their bigoted agendas and hiding that fact from you. Another example is when homosexual marriage was made legal. Many bigots tried to spin it as special treatment, when in fact they were just being given the same rights as everyone else. No more, no less. Sometimes these bigots will use fear. Homosexual marriage will somehow destroy straight marriage. But they never say how exactly that would happen. They never tell you how giving people the same rights as everyone else will somehow damage the rights of the majority. That's absurd. The racists will also tell you that immigrants are criminals here to rape or murder you. They can't tell you that they just hate brown people, because you might be less likely to support them, unless you are also a racist, and then if they came out with that, you'd probably support them more. But politicians are sneaky. They're not going to tell you in so many words that they have a racist agenda. They're going to try to obscure that, because most people don't want to be racist. They want to treat everyone the same. Now, the ones who lie about homosexuals and immigrants, as I've just discussed, are typically conservatives, but liberals lie too. You have to watch that. Their favorite is gun violence. They are so afraid of this that they will scare you with how many people are killed by firearms every year, but fail to tell you that far more people are saved by guns than are victimized by them. They also like to leave out the fact that most gun violence is inflicted by people who did not obtain the weapons legally. Now, I'm not saying that we should let every immigrant who wants into the country in. There are bad people who want to cross the border, but it doesn't take that much to vet them. And most people who reach our borders want to be here to find a better life. And I'm also not saying that guns are for everyone, that they should be in every household. Any weapon of any type can be dangerous in hands that are not skilled. So we should definitely have controls on these things. So you see, no matter the political subject, there is some amount of dishonesty that quite often blocks the facts. Both sides will tell you the truth, but it is only the truth as they know it, and it is often far removed from the facts. And it's not just politics. This behavior is found in religion versus atheism. Both sides twist facts and truth in an attempt to discredit their opponent. Religion will often try to discredit atheism by calling it a religion. Imagine that, a religion discrediting something as a religion. Hypocrites. Of course, atheism does this too, misquoting scripture to discredit religion, often twisting the meaning of those passages to support their absurd agenda. Or they point out the rare extremists in an attempt to put a blemish on the vast majority of religious people that abhor violence. Even in our everyday lives, we are showered by lies. I know many people who are amazed by the hidden knowledge, conspiracies, or cover-ups they discover on media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. They see a video and believe everything they see, no matter how ridiculous or verifiably inaccurate it is. And when you point out the facts, they often ask, but why would they lie? The answer is simple. There's something in it for them. Ask yourself, in every subject we've covered, whether it be political or social, religion versus atheism, any subject, ask yourself, are they selling a book or some other product? Are they selling an agenda? Where is the money coming from? Sometimes they do it for fun. Some people make fake videos just as a joke. Some make fake videos to showcase their talents. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes it's difficult telling the facts from the lies. But there's a very easy test that you can use. Which is more harmful? For example, if climate change is a lie, but we clean up the environment, what's the worst that can happen? Some rich people might not make as much money, but we all can breathe a lot easier. On the other hand, if climate change is true, but we do nothing about it, we could all literally die. The latter scenario is scary, I'll admit. And a lot of people want to just disbelieve in anything that might be scary. But maybe we should err on the side of caution and protect our environment. Because out of the two scenarios, inconvenience versus we're all dead, maybe we should trust the scientists that tell us we should be more careful with our environment. Doesn't that make more sense? And if you're saying at this point, Ooh, what if this? What if that? Take those beliefs to your conclusion. Are the scientists really lying about the climate because what? Why? They're going to somehow inconvenience you? They're trying to be anti-business? Who's telling you that? Business people, right? How about another example that's very relevant right now? If the pandemic is fake, but we wear masks, we're inconvenienced for a few minutes while we're in the store, while we're indoors. People cry about, oh, it's taking away your freedoms. What freedom? We should do our best to wade through the lies and the propaganda in an attempt to find not just the truth, but the facts. Look carefully at the propaganda they're spreading. Why would they do it? Err on the side of caution. People dying versus some unproven conspiracy. The spread of inaccurate information, twisting the facts, half-truths, and outright lies have become a pandemic, in some ways even deadlier than COVID. But we don't need masks or vaccines to fight this pandemic of lies. All we need to do is develop a healthy sense of skepticism for what we see in the media and on the internet. We should all take a few minutes to really investigate the subjects that are important to us. Not on YouTube, not on Facebook, and not from hearsay from an individual, but real research away from social media and away from biased organizations. See where the money is flowing. In most cases, that is the source of the lies. Thank you for watching this video. Please click like or dislike. I'm sure the anti-maskers are going to smash that dislike button. Please be good to each other. We are all in this together, and we're not going to get out of it unless we help each other. Are they lying to you? Why would they lie? This one's going to be a short one too, probably, but it's going to be fun. Hello, I'm Reverend Mike, and I'm here to flub my lines.